Welcome back to Let's Play Rise and Fall of Civilization Egypt with Stone Dog. This is episode 2. Last time, we got extremely lucky with our goodie huts. And this time, we'll go ahead and continue on founding our second city and continuing our research so that we can build our required wonders. The next step is to research fishing. Normally I would research polytheism before fishing because we would not have a settler yet because we would still be working on the pyramids. But we have a settler and we're not even done with Stonehenge. You'll notice the city is only size 2 and it's already unhealthy. That's because of all of these floodplains. There's not really a lot we can do about that. We might build some granaries and maybe an aqueduct later to help out, but it's always going to be unhealthy. And our settlers have reached the site of our second city. Our second city, which will go by the name of Rhye, if I can speak. But anyways, we will go ahead and begin by building a warrior there, so that they will have a guard, which will also help keep them happy. Because it will still be a few turns before we have sailing done, and we can build the Great Lighthouse. This is not normally a problem. Usually you have sailing done before you get your first settler. And now, all out of order, we've finally finished Stonehenge. This will give us 8 culture per turn. It enables all labor civics. That's important when you're playing on Monarch, since you cannot make it all the way to music when you're researching on Monarch. You have to put some specialists on the artist specialization by switching over to caste system. So now let's get started on the pyramids. The second wonder that we need for the 500 culture victory condition, and the first one that we need for our 3 required wonders. And we finished our quarry. Let's go ahead and hook up this wheat. That will help make us a little bit healthier. And our warrior has made it back to civilization, so to speak. I will just go ahead and start on a workboat until sailing is finished. We're obviously in no rush, since we are several turns ahead of schedule. And here's sailing right now. That allows us to build the Great Lighthouse. So next up, let's go ahead and research polytheism. We'll need that for literature later. And oh no, we have some disorder in Newtrest. We don't really want to lose 2 population here, so we'll just wait a turn and hope it goes away. That can happen sometimes when you are running the slavery civic. It's the drawback to it. And our system is taking a little bit to update here. There we go. It's because we finally met Babylon. Happened. We'll go ahead and say there will be peace in our time. A trade proposal. So, yeah, they don't want to even open borders with us. We still have some disorder. That's unfortunate. And no, we don't want to take control of the Greeks. That's one of the features of this mod, is that you can take control of civilizations as they spawn on the map. And here we meet Pericles. There shall be peace in our time. They do want to open borders with us. We'll go ahead and do that. We finished with the farm. Let's go ahead and hook up those horses while we're at it. Again, usually you would just start building cottages at this point because you would not have animal husbandry, but since we have it, we might as well use it. And we can bump up our research a little bit. Confucianism has been founded. So that was probably founded in China. And now, I forgot to switch this over to the Great Lighthouse, but that's okay, because we were ahead of schedule anyways. Now, 160 turns is much too long, so 54 is much more like it. We could also, if we choose, do this and finish it in 32 turns, but we're not in that much of a hurry. Turn 109 is well below our threshold of 134 to have that finished. And we've finally finished the pyramids. Usually this is when we would start building that settler. So as you can see, we're definitely ahead of schedule. This gives us a free obelisk in every city and centers the world map. So we can see exactly how small of a corner of the world we occupy. Since we already have our settler, let's go ahead and build a library. And we've researched polytheism, which means we can go ahead and go on to aesthetics. Let's go ahead and build a road with these workers here. We'll hit enter. Let's take a look at the city briefly and see how we're doing. As you can see, we have quite a surplus of food. We can even switch this over to get some additional hammers if we so choose. Again, you might often choose to whip out this library if you want. That's always an option. You can also whip out a granary. And we can go ahead and build some cottages. Judaism has spread to our lands. We don't really care much about that. We'll just say it's nothing but a superstition. We don't particularly need the extra happiness. We still have a little bit of room left. And it doesn't provide any other benefit since we do not have organized religion, which would speed up our construction slightly. And we finished our library. Since we're so far ahead of schedule, let's go ahead and build ourselves a granary and make our people a little bit healthier. And there, we've finally just reached our 500 culture goal. As you can see, our borders expanded again. And with that, we'll call an end to this second episode of Let's Play Rise and Fall of Civilization Egypt. Join me next time as we continue building the Great Lighthouse and we research literature and start the Great Library. Thanks for joining me. This is Stone Dog.